Hey, here's a short video on how I'd like you to organize your notebook. There are some slight variations, of course, that you can make to this, and that's okay. But what we're looking for here is for you to kind of have good titles and headings and stuff like that, and we're going to try to put this stuff in order. So for today, you're just going to end up putting something like your title here. Other times you might end up having the section. So if you put the title today's title would actually be the bubble wrap one. So in this case, you wouldn't even have to, you could just write bubble wrap, right? Sometimes we'll have a, excuse me, a section that from math or something like that, then maybe you want to put the section number or something like that, right? 3.2.3 or something like that, but you don't need that for today. Haven't seen that yet, and we'll deal with that later, okay? The other thing then is to put the date. So you should have your date somewhere right over here. Again, if it's in a different spot, that's okay. It'll be all right. But when we put that date on there, Tuesday will be the 8th. So you can say 9/8/20. If you want to write the date in a different way, write out the word September, that's fine too, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to answer your questions and all of that stuff down below. So if you were to do your work down here, maybe if it was problem number 1, you would actually put a 1 here, and then you would write all your work that's necessary for something like that. If it were a particular section or something like that, maybe you would want to write that name or something like that right here, whatever that happens to be. I'm not sure what it is exactly that works best for you, but you need something that's kind of helping you to organize stuff. And when you're done, you don't have to do something like this, but I think it makes sense just to take and in your notebook or whatever, when you're done, you could just put a nice line right there, and then you can start with a new title, right? New title here. Didn't spell that right, huh? Your new date here, wherever it happens to be, and you could go ahead and do all of your other work down here until you got to your next section, right? If this were, say, a video, in this case, you have your bubble wrap will be your video. But if you do your video, whatever, then maybe this is your, maybe this part would be your video, right? Vid. But maybe this part right here might be your homework, right? Maybe this section will be your homework, and then that's what you do, and you still can have your date and your title for that, whatever's right. But then the next day, right, what's the next day you're going to be doing? You'll probably be down here, and then you'll have a new title, and you'll have a new date down here, and you'll have a new section or whatever, right? And then the next time you'll maybe have its homework, and you could, depending on when you did it, it might have its date, right? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to work on this in what we call a chronological. So it's in order, the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, right? And what we'll do is we'll just keep working through that stuff, okay? Good luck.